is outrageous, and they don't want anybody to point it out to the public. They just want to distract and suppress any dissent. And to me, that is so dangerous. People have to be aware that they have the power to change things. They can come out on the street. They must come out on the street and change things, and just express to the people in power that they're not happy with what's happening and they want a safe future. That's got to happen. You know, people are in a bit of a malaise, and in the past, of course, people have said they don't like our tactics. Well, they're actually 100% behind us, but they don't like our tactics, or they can't afford to risk arrest. We've changed those tactics. Come out and join us. There's no real reason not to, and it's probably the most important reason to join us. And once you do, you know, it is a really enjoyable experience. You'll meet like-minded people who are trying to decide, make decisions for our future, and those decisions are so big they should be with the people themselves and not with the elite that are ruling us at the moment.
And that's the thing, you know, I often think, you know, there's lots of people out there who watch the news and you just feel bad. You just feel, you know, rubbish, seeing this hopeless, you know, just stream of horribleness, you know, all these problems, and, you know, the cost of living crisis, the environmental crisis, problems with our NHS, mental health, public mental health crisis. All of these things are all pointing to one thing. We need a transition out of this state of affairs that we're in now. We need a transition out of this fossil fuel era, which is actually driving and supporting this. And I think when people realise that actually there's lots of people out there who believe in this, they can come together. You don't have to feel rubbish on your own. You can come and join us, join your local group. You don't have to join Extinction Rebellion to be a part of April the 21st. You just have to come down.
Absolutely, yeah. I think we're going to have a massive turnout. The public that I talk to now, there's a shift in mentality, and people, I think, have had enough, and they want to come out. And, you know, it's everybody's right, really, to present yourself outside the seat of government, you know, Westminster, right there, to be there and tell the MPs going in and out, I'm not happy with what's happening, do your job, protect the
Yeah, man, and that's the thing as well. Let's just walk slightly, we'll go slightly along here, because I think people are headed back towards Jubilee Park Gardens. You know, 100,000 people, that's going to be a lot of people. The police do have, you know, you're a former police officer yourself. The police have a duty to uphold our right, our human right to protest and to effective protest. And I think when they see 100,000 people on April the 21st, they're going to say, actually, these people have got a point. We've always had a point, but now we've really got a point.
Oh, absolutely. And the last few times we've been out, it was outside Downing Street in the summer. The number of police officers that actually came up to me and said, you do not know, you don't really appreciate how many police officers are behind you on this. You know, we'll do our job, but you work with us, we will keep it safe. You know, so at the moment, things are good. The police seem to be facilitating protest. Yeah. And I think the fact that the threat of COVID has lessened, has made it a lot easier. But everybody has to work together. And if you see what's happening with the right-wing press, their sole purpose at the moment is to divide. So when we came out and said we quit public disruption for the moment, what I was told was, oh, but JSO feel betrayed. They don't. They're in solidarity with us. Yeah. You know, they have their tactics, we have ours. And what people don't realise is that we have to unite. We have to work together. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Yeah. So if we want to save everything that we hold dear, we have to work together. Everybody has to work together.
And that's the thing, isn't it? You know, we've seen also, we know there's people in prison right now, but the judiciary, interestingly, is starting to change. You know, we've seen lots of verdicts go our way, inverted commas, the way of the protesters, to actually say, you know, these people had a point. Their methods were proportionate, they were justified. And right now we're saying, actually, we're opening those methods up, we're making it easier for people to come involved. We don't have to get arrested, you don't have to glue yourself to anything. You know, lots of rebels don't do that anyway. It's about coming down, being a part of a group with other people, feeling good about actually no longer watching the news, being a news and being a part of the change.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And I think one of the things that, you know, most people, you know, when I began in XR and you stopped traffic and you felt bad about that, but you talked to people, they didn't know about climate change. So it was kind of justified, because at the end of it, you gave them a leaflet, you spoke to them, and they said, I really didn't know what the threat was, you know, and that was justified. Now everybody knows about climate change, so the fact that we're stepping back from public disruption in a big way, I think is appropriate now. But then you look at, if everybody knows about climate change, why are the government not doing what they should be doing? And they're licensing coal, they're licensing oil, you know, and it's going in the wrong direction. Rishi Sunak, in his latest speech, listed the priorities, and climate wasn't one of them. I mean, that is outrageous. The public should be really angry about that. So, you know, come out on the 21st of April and celebrate with us the fact that we're together and we're going to make change and make decisions.
Paul, you legend, thank you so much. I'm just going to, I think we're going to pause the live stream just for a little moment. We're going to cruise to the place that we started off. Well done for our live stream and negotiating those treacherous steps, doing some sort of sideways, downwards crab walk. But I want to finish off this message here to say, look, we are here today. We are launching 100 days. This is 100 days to launch 100,000 people and get them to the Parliament on the 21st of April. You don't have to be a rebel. Come down, be a part of it. Take your group, take your local groups who are interested in saving their local woods, saving their local rivers, people who are worried about fuel poverty, workers who are understanding that the public health crisis is a crisis of crisis. All these crises are connected. All these crises are pointing to the fact that government isn't operating in the interests of ordinary people. And if we get 100,000 people together on April the 21st, you included, we are going to make change happen. So please come along and we'll see you soon.